Hello, everybody. Thank you all so much for tuning in yet again to this show. Isabel, how are you?
I'm doing good. How
You're
are
good.
You? Yeah.
Does anyone? I've always wanted to ask if anyone has ever called you Izzy. I haven't asked you yet, so I figure this is the perfect time.
That's an intense question to ask. I'm not even gonna lie.
Intense. Who's talking about camping? Boom. Yes. First joke out of the way.
I can't even. You know, people used to call me Izzy.
Yeah.
For the longest time, and then came a Lizzie.
So, a Lizzie?
Yes, a girl named Lizzie in high
Oh,
school. Yes.
I thought you were saying they called you a Lizzie. I'm like, that's not even close.
No. No, there was a girl named Lizzie, and like we were friends, and then it became a thing that if like people called me Izzy around her, it was like a whole competition. It was a whole thing.
Oh shit.
Yeah. And then we were like frenemies for like the longest time. So I was no longer Izzy. And I also didn't really like being called Izzy. So it worked out, I guess, but like it's a sensitive subject.
So there was a
Yeah.
point in time when people called you Izzy.
Yeah.
Rare.
Very short, very short.
Yeah.
I was called Bella more for short.
Bella.
But I don't know.
But that doesn't work. It should just be Belle,
Yeah.
which isn't as nice a name, I guess. Just
Yeah.
Belle.
Yeah, I'm not much of a reader though, you know?
A reader.
Like Belle from Beauty and the Beast. Yeah. That's the only like
Was she a reader?
Belle. Yeah. Remember she'd like start the whole thing, she'd just like go into town and she's like, I read books and shit, and
That was her thing.
Yeah.
I haven't watched Beauty and the Beast in forever.
yeah, she's like, there goes people and
kind of the whole
egg
premise
lady
of the
and
movie.
bread.
Is that the whole thing?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Tim Dillon had a great joke about that, where he was like, what's that movie even about? A princess fucking a dog?
Yeah.
Which is not far off.
But then he
Who was
turns
also
into
a
human.
reader.
He was a reader, too.
Yeah.
That's why
they.
Oh. Interesting.
That's kind of the whole thing.
I don't know shit. I grew up on Disney movies. My family has like all the VHS tapes still.
Oh damn.
Yeah. Like lined up like a bookshelf.
That's crazy. I know some families like that where it's like where you go into like they have that room in their basement where you just like open it and like you pull the like the light string and it's just like an entire closet of just all the VHS tapes, and it's just like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And it's just all Disney movies that you didn't even know existed.
Right.
It's insane.
Like Balto.
What?
Did you ever watch Balto?
No.
Look up
What?
Balto.
What's Balto?
I don't think that's a Disney movie. It might be. I think it's a Disney movie. It's like about a dog or something. It's like
Another
a racing
dog?
dog. Was it about a real guy?
It seems like it's a real
A sled
thing.
dog. Look up the movie Balto.
Balto. What's Balto?
That and Anastasia was another one that everyone forgets about.
I like Anastasia.
Anastasia was
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Balto.
Oh, Kevin Bacon was in it.
He's the voice of Balto.
Oh, it's animated?
He's
Yeah.
Balto.
Phil Collins is in the movie. He usually just writes
Phil Collins.
the music.
Voice of Boris.
Interesting.
Whoever Boris is.
I think it was like a fat dog. That sounds like a fat dog's name. Boris.
Yeah.
Yeah, Balto. Look at that. That was an integral part of my childhood, watching that movie.
Oh, I didn't know that was Balto.
But you could tell by the face.
Yeah.
Also, it wasn't Disney.
You know, you just like see the characters and you're like, oh shit.
It wasn't Disney?
No.
Oh.
Universal
looks-
Pictures.
Interesting.
Was it
Yeah.
like Pixar? Oh. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Disney's a little wacky. You can
Yeah.
like live in a Disney town now. Did you know
What do you
that?
mean?
Like Disney bought real estate, and like this was a year or two ago, and they bought like a whole town's worth of real estate,
What?
and they converted it into like a Disney place.
Do they? Is it like it's
Gotta
a small
look
world
this up.
after all, kind of like a place? Like
Kinda like all the
That's a
people
little
that
scary.
work there are like in on the thing. It's weird, like stepping out of your house, and fucking there's people singing and shit. That would be
Wow.
annoying.
I don't like that one bit.
Yeah.
It's like
Going
Ah.
to Disney World is kind of enough, you know? Like,
yeah, yeah.
What is this? Develop residential communities. Yeah, exactly. This fucking thing. What do they call it? The town? They have a weird town.
Story Living by Disney.
Story living. Yeah, exactly. That's terrifying.
Ah, yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it.
How devoid are you of a personality that you have to live in fucking a Disney community?
I guess that's just where all the Disney kids go to live, right?
I guess.
Maybe that's where we could just exile them, right?
Disney adults.
It looks
Yeah.
pretty sick. I'm not gonna
Well, yeah, you're right. The Disney adults. I mean, I don't know. In my brain, they're just the Disney adults are just forever Disney kids. You know?
Yeah.
They never reach that maturity. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's bizarre. And now that so many of us are grown up and we have kids. I mean, I don't have kids, but like so many of the people in our generation do have kids now. They're just remaking all of our movies again.
And it's annoying.
It's really annoying.
Yeah.
Just make new things.
Well, they know that they're going to get
Make Boxy like the box.
Boxy the Box.
That's so fun. Like, kids are dumb, you know? Like,
Well, I mean, they had the Toaster movie, right? They had the
that was like legit though.
Yeah.
Yo, I remember talking to so many people about that like a few years ago. We were like, oh, remember the Toaster movie? It was so cool.
What's the Toaster movie?
Fuck, what was the name of that one? It was like the Adventures
can't
of
think of the name.
Toasty the Toaster or something.
Look up Toaster movie.
Yeah, it's like
I swear to God,
yeah, it ends.
it's fire.
It's like a Mandela effect thing.
No, the Brave Little Toaster, that one.
Brave Little Toaster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like a heated
1987.
blanket. That's his friend. It's like a bunch of household appliances, and they run away.
Yeah.
So Boxy the Box isn't that far off.
Yeah.
You know? You could totally make Boxy
Yeah.
the Box.
And instead of just like Cinderella 25 or
Yeah. The Brave Little Toaster,
Little
it
Mermaid
ends with
43.
a guy throwing him in a bathtub
Is the guy in the
and killing
bathtub?
himself. The Brave Little Toaster.
the life cycle of the toaster.
Is this just like a shitty Toy Story?
You know, it might be. Now that you say it.
I see the
No.
moving truck going away with like animals in it,
Yeah.
and then other appliances.
R&D, no.
Yeah, right?
No, I'm just kidding. I don't.
It's just a vacuum.
Yo.
What a weird concept for a movie.
What if they just did like a really off-brand Toy Story like that? Just, R&D, no.
Yeah. But to your point, I mean, it's because they know that they're going to make money off of sequels and remakes.
And they are.
Right. And Marvel movies and all that shit,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Yeah. It's just. Yeah. They also just really suck at like. Now they've, you know, after Endgame and Infinity War now, it's just kind of like, where are they going from there now, too? You know? It's like.
Spider-Man 7.
Spider-Man 7. Team.
In the Spider-Verse.
Yeah. It's like. It's hard. Yeah, because now they've also like peaked with the Spider-Man stuff. I mean, they have Venom coming out, I know, too, with all that, but.
They'll never run out of that. They'll just keep making spin-offs. They'll introduce a new character.
I hope so.
Do you like Marvel movies? I never got into them.
I did, but then like I don't know. It was like after Avengers Endgame and like all the Infinity War stuff. It was like, you know, they had such a big peak in the whole universe, and like.
Did you
now
cry
it's
at
like-
Endgame? Tell the truth.
It was like maybe a little, maybe I shed a little, very little tear. I don't know. No, it was hard. I don't know, but you know they peaked it all so hard, and then like it happened, and then we were just kind of like left with, okay, now what do we do? Like the Avengers, what do we do now? I don't know. It's just weird.
Right. In fairness, have you gone to see an independent movie recently? They suck. I went to IFC and watched like some movie about indigenous people in Peru, like getting taken over by the Spanish or some shit.
Harry Potter?
Something along those lines. And yeah, it was really lame. I didn't love it.
I don't know. I mean, I've been watching like some short films recently, and I've been liking some of those. It's been, I don't know, since the strike, it's been kind of hard because like while the strike was happening, it was kind of hard to see. Like, some of the material that was happening during the strike was, like, a little bit weird because they were just kind of trying to really, like, churn out material, you know? But now that the strike is over, it's kind of cool to see the material that's really starting to come out of the film industry. It's really, it's exciting to see now stuff that's coming out. Some of the films are exciting, but yeah, it was hard for a while to see some of the stuff coming out.
Was there
a little
still
bit stagnant?
was there still stuff coming out during the strike?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was a lot of like non-union work,
gotcha.
and that was kind of, I think, what you were saying, like a lot of like independent films, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, everybody was kind of picketing and being like, no, you know.
It was funny hearing like actors going back to stand up during the strike. They're like, "Oh shit, I kind of have nothing to do," and then
Absolutely.
they go back to stand up.
Yeah.
And I'm sure a lot of them were like met with, "Fuck, I haven't done this in so long," or some of them maybe never did it, you know. But they could sell out clubs and arenas, not arenas, but theaters and shit because of their name.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, having that visibility on the screen and then being able to make that transition to stand up absolutely, like, gives people that visibility. It's, yeah.
But also seeing, like, being up there with comics that are only comics and have been doing comedy the whole time.
Yeah.
They're like, fuck, they're way better than me.
Yeah, I've heard some people, like, say that, like, it definitely gives you that stage presence, but I mean, you definitely still need to be able to have that experience in a theater with like live people and stuff like that. So
Right.
I don't know, it's still different, but yeah.
And stand-up being the ultimate live thing. Like, it's always better live. Always. Every single time. Like, you watch a special and it's really good. Being in person is infinitely better. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're up there alone. There's no support. What were you going to say?
Oh, I was gonna say, and even stand up like took a big hit during the pandemic, and like during SAG. I mean, some of the SAG stuff was taking a hit because of like film crews not being able to like film some of the specials, but like, I don't know.
And
Stand up was kind of still on quite a big uptick during the SAG strike. Kind of really took a big boom, because like, you know, after the pandemic, stand up was kind of, you know, laying low, and then it was on a really big boom, and then I think it really kind of took off even more during the SAG strike, and now it's kind of really taking off even more. I think because of the SAG strike, I think really kind of
Right. Now, I heard from somebody that SAG people are in the Illuminati.
They fucking wish.
They wish.
I don't know. I mean, like,
This is what I've heard from an unknown source.
You don't want to get Alec Baldwin.
yeah, I don't know. Oof.
It still ends with a win. Alec Baldwin.
This is an interesting topic. I don't know.
Dicey territory.
This is dicey territory.
Yeah, they may be listening.
They they might be listening.
The Illuminati's always listening.
Yeah. I don't know, man. As an actor, I don't know. Like, I'm trying to join that union. Dog. Like,
By all means necessary.
yeah. You never know. I mean, like, they say that insurance is good. I don't know. I don't know where the blood's coming from. Like, maybe young children. No, I'm just kidding. No, you know, I cannot confirm or deny
Right.
whether or not
Plead the fifth.
I can't plead the fifth.
Plead the fifth.
Plead
Yeah.
the fifth. I just know there's a lot of people in the union. There's a lot of people in the allegedly. A lot of the same people are also allegedly in the Illuminati.
This is all alleged.
Alleged.
This is hearsay.
This is hearsay.
Yeah.
Hearsay.
That's one thing we learned from the Johnny Depp trial, is that hearsay is the perfect answer.
Hearsay.
How was your what'd you call it? Cabaret comeback?
Oh
back
yeah,
to
the
singing?
comeback. The comeback cabaret. Yeah, yeah. It was a good time. I sang my little ditty. It was a good time.
No Diddy.
No Diddy. No Diddy was there. No. It was a good time. It was a really good time. I just sang some music. We performed at Don't Tell Mama, which is a lovely piano bar off Times Square. It was a good time.
It was just you and a guy playing the piano?
No. It was me and a bunch of other people. Yeah.
Well, I'm saying when you sang. Or was it just you? Or was
it was just me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it was a good time.
Nice.
So, yeah. Sang some musical theater. So.
And that's mostly your background.
I started originally, I was classically trained vocally. So, and then dabbled in some musical theater. And then I went to school for classical musical theater and pop styles. So mainly pop and jazz added to the mix. So, yeah, I studied versatile voice.
And
that's all encompassing.
What do you like to sing the most? Genre wise.
I would say musical theater and jazz. Yeah.
Refined.
Quite.
Cultured.
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah. It's, I mean, music in general is, to me, it's my favorite medium, I guess, to consume. Like I've had people ask me about like TV shows and movies and shit, and I don't know anything. Like, what's a popular ass show? The Wire. Never watched an episode.
Yeah.
I don't know shit about it. I mean, you've never seen The Sopranos, which is fine.
What?
You watched The Sopranos?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Of course.
Take that, Billy.
That's one of the rare ones that, like, I'm the opposite, though. So, like, most of the things that, have you seen this? I'm like, yes. But Sopranos, I haven't seen. But you can ask him, have you seen Breaking Bad or anything?
Nope. No Breaking Bad.
You haven't seen Breaking Bad?
No.
You can go down the list.
Yeah, let's go.
Name your favorite movie. I probably haven't seen it.
Jaws.
Jaws.
Yeah.
I've seen Jaws.
Okay.
By obligation. I mean, I grew up not that far from Cape Cod.
There was a because he's Italian, and there was a crazy Italian one that he hadn't seen. I forgot what it was.
Bronx Tale.
Was it Bronx?
I've
Tale?
never seen Bronx
Oh,
Tale.
I haven't seen
Was it
Bronx
Godfather
Tale.
too?
No, I've seen Godfather. I haven't seen Casino.
Okay.
That's another one.
I haven't seen Casino.
Yeah.
But I know that I have to see both Bronx Tale and Casino. So I need to.
Goodfellas?
I've seen Goodfellas.
Okay.
Yeah.
That one.
There was another one that I was like, oh, that's weird.
Yeah, no, I've definitely seen The Godfather. There's something about, for whatever reason, we like Italians to be murderers in our movies.
So it's the mafia thing. It's like it's the glorifying like the mafia culture. I think that's what it is in America for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very
Oh, it is.
romantic
Yeah.
for whatever reason. Like, these guys kill people, but they love their family. This is kind of nice.
Yes. Yeah. How you went to the festival, right?
Ah,
How was
yeah.
that?
San Gennaro.
Yes.
Yeah, full of sweaty, short ginzos, which is, I think I'm the only one that can say that in here.
I've never heard that before.
Well, you've heard guinea. Oh, okay. Well, that's like a slur for Italian people.
Oh.
A guinea. I don't know where it
Okay.
comes from. Can we Google the origins of that? Yeah, I don't know where that comes from, but it was just so many people. Way too many fucking people. Like, me and my buddy hung out, and he looked up Ginzo. That's awesome. Used it as a disparaging term for a person of Italian descent.
Should I Urban Dictionary it, or how should I find the origin?
Can you find slang origins? Very close to gonzo. Gonzo is a different... That's like a dick shape, I think. A gonzo dick. Yeah, it was so mobbed. Like, in the nighttime, it's like a fucking... I don't know. It's like a cruise ship or something with the amount of people that's just on that street.
Hell yeah.
And we didn't even try to get on at like 6 o'clock, 7. We didn't even try to get through because it was... If you got in there, you're not getting out. Like, if you need to pee you're fucked until you find like some way to get off.
Damn.
It was just fucking full of people. But
Sounds like fun.
yeah, tons. And it was just smoke up in the air from all the stands, the carts and shit.
Nice.
It smelled really nice.
Ooh.
I can say that.
Yeah.
But it's funny because they call it Little Italy, but it's definitely Chinatown. Little Italy is just like one street, you know. But it's really interesting to see or to think of those places when they first got populated, or whatever the word is, when people first moved there.
Yeah.
Because, like, you can look around and you're like, this place was probably a fucking war zone at one point.
Yeah.
Just like a lot of, I mean, just living here where you live, fucking, people complain. I don't know if your family's the same way, but does your family think that it's like New York in 1970 where everybody's just getting beaten in the street? Like, my family still
What do you
thinks,
mean?
like, the city's way better now, regardless
Yeah.
of what people say or whatever. It's just way, I don't know, more
Yeah.
inhabitable, I think.
Yeah, no, my parents, when they came and visited New York to see me for the first time, they were like shocked. They were like, oh, wow. They were like, this was not like New York when we came and visited when we were kids.
Yeah.
They're like, we feel significantly more better about you living here now. And like, I mean, they came and visited like where I live, and they were like, oh, like this is like more like how we like imagine like New York, like when we like see it in the movies and stuff like that. And like, but we still like feel more comfortable about you like living here and everything. And like, cause like I have like more typical like brownstone apartments and stuff like that. They're like, oh, this is like more like picturesque, like, I don't know. And like I still have like older bodegas and businesses and stuff like that. It's not as gentrified. And they're like, we really like where you're living and stuff like that. And I was like, that's why I like the area too. But they're like, we like this area. And it's just like, I don't know. Everybody that comes and visits that area, they're just like, this is kind of like more typical, like what you'd imagine older New York being like. And I don't know. It's weird because when I moved to New York, I didn't think so much of it would be like how it is. I don't know. I did think that it would kind of be more like what we see in the movies, like in the 90s. Like it would be just kind of like I would have to like watch my back everywhere. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, you definitely still have to do that.
You do. I was like on my way here. I was followed out of the deli by a man who kept telling me, you have to put the meat in the machine and then you get the cheese. You got to put the meat in the machine to get the cheese. And
Well, he's
so you
not
do
wrong.
have to watch your back. I kind of did want the cheese from the machine, but I
Of
didn't have
course.
any meat.
Fuck. What's the Pink Floyd? You can't have any pudding until you eat your meat at the end of the song.
Is that how that goes?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I really wanted that cheese.
of course you do.
I'm from Wisconsin.
Yes.
If your viewers don't know, I'm from Wisconsin, the land of beer and cheese. So when that man was giving me that offer, while I was a little bit upset and a little bit put off, I was a little bit turned on by the offer of the cheese. I was a
That's all
little
it
bit
takes.
intrigued.
Yeah.
Yes.
You get swooned by cheese.
Yeah, I love cheese. I love cheese. So,
That's great.
Yeah.
What's your let's get a ranking.
Okay.
Let's I mean, I don't have any ideas.
I thought
want-
you were like ready.
I want you to rank them.
Your Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
cheeses.
Okay.
Give us 4 presidential cheeses.
4 types of cheeses ranked?
Yeah. Your favorites.
Okay. So,
Squeaky cheese is on there.
like, if I'm thinking of like I can think of my top 4 like cheese curd flavors right off the bat.
Cheese curd flavors?
Cheese curd flavors, yeah.
Like cheeses that you make cheese curds out
no,
of.
like cheese curds. Like if I were thinking like a bag of cheese curds.
Like you fry them and then you put them in a flavoring.
No, like if like the cheese curds from the store, like because they come like there's so many flavors of cheese curds.
Okay.
There's like so many because you can get like you can get what like Like the mild cheddar, that's number 1.
Okay.
White cheddar, that's like number 2. The mixed bag is like, that's good. But I'll
You
keep
get
that
both?
as like the number 2.
There's a mixed bag?
Yeah, you can get the mixed bag. That's really good.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, but we'll just keep that as like the number 1 and 2. But then you can get the garlic dill. That one's really good.
Ah.
Yeah, and the pizza. The pizza one's good.
Pizza flavored cheese.
Yeah. But like that one's kind of like yeah. It's kind of like a garlic and herb, but we'll go with like actual cheeses for the sake of the pod.
So that's the
So,
Mount
like-
Rushmore for cheese curds.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's like cheese curd tears. But for the actual sake of cheeses, let's think.
Cheese curd tears. Is that what you cry?
Actual, just like curd tears. Let's see. So let's go back. Okay. So let's say like a mild cheddar.
Okay.
Okay, so mild cheddar number 1.
That's the king, it seems like.
It's a king.
Yeah.
You're like slicing up cheese. We're gonna go back to white cheddar for 2. So we're back at the basics.
The same too. That's all right.
And then a Munster.
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 Interesting. Because of the name?
You know, yeah. Let's throw Gouda in there for 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got you.
Let's just throw a 4th option in there, even though you said 3. Let's make Gouda 4.
There you go. That's the Mount Rushmore.
Because I
of-
said 2 of the same family.
Mount Rushmore of sliced cheese
Yeah.
is those. Okay. Yeah, pizza flavored cheese.
He's still wrapping his head around.
Yeah.
That's because like they put a bunch of different seasonings in the bag with
Right.
it. They put like dried tomatoes in there. Like I think they put basil in there.
So it's almost like the Pringles, like the pizza flavored
Kind-
Pringles.
pretty much.
Same concept.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's like with white. It's like with the mixed cheese curd. Yeah.
Flavoring of things have gotten weird. Like, have you seen that there's Cool Ranch Dorito flavored Lay's? Like, it's not Cool Ranch Lay's. It's Cool Ranch Dorito flavored Lay's potato chips.
I know, I'm processing.
Yeah.
Or I shouldn't say I know. I'm processing.
Yeah. We're getting out of hand.
They were just trying to add another
Gee.
brand to it.
But why? Growing up, I thought these brands didn't. I thought they were in competition. Now they're just in cahoots.
Wow. This is too much.
Yeah, this is earth shattering stuff.
Because yeah.
Like flaming hot Mountain Dew. Why does that need to exist?
That exists?
That exists. You haven't seen that?
No.
Oh man, dude,
It was
it's
what
horrible.
kind of Mountain Dew?
Flaming hot, like flaming hot Cheetos.
Flaming hot Mountain Dew.
That's if you just want to die. I think.
Yeah. That's when you throw your friend the toaster into the bathtub at that point.
The amazing fucking little toaster or whatever.
Yeah.
Of course, it's only at Walmart.
Oh yeah, Walmart's got it all.
Oh, you found it
Have we found it? There
Yeah,
you go.
right.
Look at that fucking thing.
at Walmart.
That's diabetes right there. Oh man.
Aren't there like only Walmarts there aren't Walmarts here in New York? Isn't that a thing?
Oh, now that you say it.
There's not like Supercenter Walmarts.
Oh, okay. Because like you can't deliver into New York City, right?
Wait,
'Cause,
what do you
like,
mean?
I
There may
tried
not
to-
be
I
one
tried
in
to deliver
New York
something
City.
here because it was like really cheap. Because I'm sometimes cheap.
Like you ordered something from Walmart?
Yeah, because there was like one thing that was like only available at Walmart, and it was like this one thing, and yeah, I couldn't deliver it here. Sad.
I remember growing up, there was always like people of Walmart pages, and it was like these.
There still is.
There still are,
wait.
right?
Oh, I know what you're talking.
It's all like these fucking white trash people.
Yeah.
There's a People of Penn Station one too that I follow.
Ooh,
That's a
that's
good
got to
one.
be good.
Is that a thing?
People of
it's
Penn
It's a
Station.
great Instagram page to follow.
Oh my gosh, I loved the People of Walmart COVID edition. Like when they were trying to make masks.
Right.
There was
Just out
this
of
one guy with a
anything.
water jug. He just like cut the bottom of the water jug and he just put the water jug on the top of his head and he just like had the top open. He was just like like breathing out the top hole.
That's genius.
I was like, you did just cut the whole bottom open. But
Yeah, like when
That's
people
just
were
me.
wearing like those like the hat with the it was
The
like
visors,
yeah,
yeah.
it's like the bottom's still open.
yeah.
You just want to sneak. Look at that guy. Oh man,
Oh.
look at that, pants down. That's something Young Thug would wear, I think. Sadness in real life. I can't even see what that one is. Look at this next one. Look at that. Whoa.
Oh.
Holy
Oh.
fuck. That's definitely her kid. That's not good. Oh man.
I don't know why, but that reminded me of like, did you? I don't know why, but that for some reason that innocently reminded me of like, did you guys ever hide in the those circular? Like,
Yes.
100%.
I already know what you're
exactly
talking
what I'm
about.
talking
Yeah.
Yeah, like the clothing racks that were circular.
When you hide in them.
I don't know why that reminded me of that, but
Not that far off. You're just hiding amongst.
I hid in one so long one time that my mom went to the front and like
tried
called
to
like
find you.
yeah, she like had my name was over the loudspeaker 'cause,
Oh no!
That's a win.
like she thought I was kidnapped.
You
As a-
won the game.
As a kid?
They locked the store down like they thought I was
Whoa.
kidnapped. Yeah.
Holy fuck. And you just, so your name went off and you just stayed hiding?
Yeah. I waited till I saw my mom again and I popped out to scare her.
Gotcha, Mom.
Did you guys ever play hide and go seek in Walmart?
No.
That was a thing in Wisconsin.
That sounds like a Wisconsin thing.
Yeah, the stroller areas were the best areas.
I thought you were
Or
going to
the
say
toilet
shotgun
paper?
area.
Or what?
The shotgun area.
How open were your gun areas?
Hiding behind the shit. Did
We
you
had-
not have guns in your Walmarts?
We did in some Walmarts.
Gotcha.
But like they weren't that open. Like they were fully like encased and like behind the counters. We couldn't like go. Yeah, but that was like more of a Cabela's thing.
Gotcha.
Like they had a whole gun room at the Cabela's, but no, we at our Walmart we would hide behind like big toilet paper walls, and there was always that moment when like there'd be like an old lady grabbing her toilet paper, and like you would be like she'd go to grab it, and it'd just be like you, like, and it'd just be like.
So, like, you and a crew would go play hide and seek in a Walmart?
Yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah, it was.
How old were you though? Like
This was last year.
18 or
What do you mean? I was 26. No, I'm 25. But I was 16 when we were doing this.
I mean, I guess that makes sense. How
I
else you
had
going to get to the
the
Walmart? Exactly. Yeah. How else you going to get to Walmart?
My mom would be so pissed. No, my mom was like, don't. She's like, when you have the car, you're supposed to be the responsible one. I was the one who was driving everybody to the super Walmart so we could go play hide and go seek till they closed. No, because they had the whole garden extension too.
Nice. So it was like you were outside. It was like you were playing hide and seek outside.
Yeah, I was like, we were outside. Yeah, that really sucked though. And it's like, Danny's trying to find you, and you're all the way outside in the gardening area.
That's such a big, like, area to play in.
They're all the way in the TV section.
Oh, my God. You could turn all the lights off, and it could be manhunt.
yeah, you could just not
Yeah.
hide and just walk around.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
probably won't find you.
It got kind of fun at some points because like you could be in the stroller area and they could have like been finding you for like 20 minutes. And you could be like, God, they're just taking too fucking long.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then you could just like kind of just stalk them through the store at a point. Too much fun.
That's like IKEA, right? IKEAs are built for you to get lost into them.
Yeah.
So, you should have went next level.
Yeah.
Played IKEA hide and seek.
Yeah. But yeah, me being ADD, I would keep going through the stores trying to find my friends. I always hated being the seeker because like I'd go through the store trying to find my friends and be like, and I was I liked to craft a lot in high school. That was like my thing. I was like, oh, I would always be on the next craft. So I'd be like, oh, I think I need this crafting thing for my. I'd like to be slowly shopping as I'd be going
Yeah.
through. So my friends, I'd be finding them, and I'd also have like like a whole thing of
A
things
bunch
to
of
buy.
shit. Yeah.
They'd be like, what the fuck were you doing? But
That's
yeah.
great. Yeah, there's a when you get a car at 16, it's game over. Like it's
Yeah.
so liberating. you're like, I finally get to get out of this fucking house.
Yeah.
And you kind of like at that age, you do kind of live in your. I don't know if you felt that way, but I felt like I lived in my car.
I don't know. I mean, my parents were like really like. My stepdad was like he sold cars, so like, I always had a car at the time. So like, having a car wasn't like as big of like a thing for me, I guess. But like, so like I wasn't always like going out and doing things, and so like, I don't know. And also, if my car was ever dirty, I got in a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know. My parents were really strict, but I also ran a business out of my car.
Yes.
I was like,
I remember this. Tell the story.
I was an amateur energy drink dealer.
As opposed to a professional one?
Yeah, sponsored by Monster.
Yeah. Well, I didn't. Yeah. I wasn't sponsored by my my brand. You see.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I used to sell Surge energy drink. It was a whole thing. So like, there was this one gas station in my town that sold this one energy drink, and it was like, I think it was $1.50 for the energy drink. And every Thursday I would go to this gas station and buy them out. I would buy the pallet, and I'd put it in the back of my car, and everybody would want this drink because like it was like taboo, to like have like actual like cracked like aluminum cans in school, because they're like, oh, you could only have twist tops because like otherwise it could spill on the carpet and stuff like that. But it was taboo to have like cans. And then it was like way too much caffeine. And so I would sell it to everybody in my choir. And it was like
Sang mad fast.
Yeah. And it was like the tall ones. Yeah.
Quick as fuck.
We're like, it was like too much.
Yeah.
They're like, wow, you guys did warm-ups really fast today. I'm so proud of you. I know why we're the top choir in the state now.
Yeah.
Thank you for all of your hard work. If only.
You had a caffeine addiction brewing amongst
Yeah.
everybody.
No, it became a problem. It became a real problem. Like, they kept being like, where's all this energy drink coming from? But I was like a weird kid already in high school. Like, I had like too many bags already. Like, that was just like me. Like, I was known in middle school as like that bag lady. I'm not kidding.
The bag ladies.
Yeah, because I would have like my backpack, and then I would have a satchel, because like I would carry like, my ADD was crazy. I'd be reading like 7 books at once. So I had to have a separate bag just for my books. So I already always had a bag. But by the time I was in high school, I didn't have all the books. So I just had stuff. So anyways, I was dealing this soda. And I was flipping it for double the profit. I had kids coming up to me after school, coming to my car, getting all this soda. I found out recently that this soda is now worth, an empty thing of the soda that I was selling for $3 a can. An empty thing of the soda is now worth like $40 a can.
Fuck. How much is a full one? Let's see if we
Dude.
can find that. How much
Maybe I
is
was
a full Surge?
Yeah, it's like Surge. It's called Surge soda.
Did anybody ever rat you out? Or was everyone
There
like,
was an incident. I'm not going to lie.
oh, shit.
Because my one friend was allergic to red food dye.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck.
And he was drinking somebody else's can.
Comes from bird shit, I think.
Yeah. How much is one of those cans?
It's about what you
So,
said.
Is it
Yeah.
these like the 12
Yep.
ounce cans?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's $33.
What's
Yeah, it's
that
like
one? Why is
30,
that one 100?
It's super special.
Unopened.
Oh, yeah, that's a full one.
Shit.
I don't know.
But don't
why
they
it's
look cool?
different.
They're like from the 90s.
They are cool. I have like a vague memory of that,
Yeah.
of those drinks.
12 pack, $800.
Yeah, see, that's how I bought them.
Whoa, $800
$800.
for a 12 pack?
That's how I bought them. I would get them in the back of my car. I would just My mom had to have a conversation with me. She's like, Isabel, we have to talk about the drinks. She's like, I was like, what? She's like, I saw the stacks of these drinks in the back of your car under the blanket. And I was like, and she's like, I noticed you've been like buying a lot more things from the store recently. Like, I was like, Mom, this is how I make my money.
Yeah.
Like, she's like, you got to stop selling these to your friends.
It's like a drug PSA.
Yeah.
I learned it from you, Mom.
Oh, I do have to clarify. My friend that had the allergy, he was fine. He was totally fine.
Yeah.
But He's a homie. Shout out, Ben.
Shout out. Still alive.
Still alive. Still very much alive. But yeah, it was actually like a whole thing because like everybody kept. It wasn't a. There was another thing that happened because everybody kept drinking them and sharing them and passing them around because I put the price on too high. But then there was a mono outbreak.
Whoa.
From them.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Shout out Thomas.
Yeah.
For giving everybody mono.
Oh man, you're a demon,
dude.
You're fucking everything up.
I also got mono from it too, so like I guess it bit me in the ass too.
Damn.
I think that's what ended it. But
You're not supposed to get high on your own supply.
I'm not even kidding. That conversation came up. I kept drinking it too, and they were like, "Isabel, you gotta stop." And I was like, "But it's so good, it's so good, I can't stop."
That's one of the 10 crack commandments.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but when it's so good, I mean,
Right.
clearly, look at how much they're charging. I
Right.
mean,
I remember my dad.
the product's good.
Yeah, the product's good. People come around.
Yeah.
I remember my dad put me onto energy drinks as a kid, which is horrible. Like, your dad's not supposed to do that. Yeah, like when I would go to football practice, he would get me a big, thick, chalky protein bar,
Yeah.
which I would kind of look forward to because sometimes they were good, but he would always get a different one. And then he would get me a Monster Assault. That's what it was called, Assault, and it had like camo army fatigue on the can.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and he
Jesus. An assault though. That's what a name. God.
and he just sicked me on those other kids because I was like a kid. It was junior peewee. How old are you when you played junior peewee? 10, 11?
7?
Yeah. Like yeah.
7. I don't know if I was that young. Yeah.
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 This is-
That was
Yeah.
that was the breakfast of champions. We'd go like on a early Saturday practice, and I'm like, "Come on, I gotta hit somebody." Yeah, they're so bad for you though. Mm-hmm. Even as I pounded a Celsius before you got here.
Those are energy drinks? I thought they were just sodas.
No, they're energy drinks.
Oh.
I found out
Have you
because
been selling those?
The more you know.
I found out the fucking hard way when I drank one at like 10 at night. I'm like, oh, whatever. This is just a soda. This is just a drink. And I was like, I can't sleep. What the fuck? And I looked at the can. It's got like 250 milligrams of caffeine in it.
Oh.
And now I shotgun them.
Yeah.
I,
Oh.
yeah, I would say
Yeah, that's wild.
I'm deep in the throes of a caffeine addiction.
I felt that.
Yeah.
I stopped at a bodega or two on the way here to try to find Baja Blast, and I failed.
That's your go-to.
Yeah.
Baja Blast.
I love Baja Blast. I'm trying to find the alcoholic cans of it because they do that. I also
Yes.
saw a picture of like, I don't know if it's real or not, but I keep seeing these cigarette boxes of like Newports that are like Baja Blast flavored Newports. And I just think that's
Oh
the
my
funniest
God.
thing. But like, what if it was real? I saw it on Reddit and I was like,
Yeah.
that's hilarious. But what if they're real? Never smoked a cigarette in my life.
Just check
but-
Staten Island.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they might have them out there.
Yeah. Yeah. I got a show out there soon. I should check that out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Staten Island's a great
God.
place. Don't let
Yeah.
people tell you different. I do love the cigarette memes now. There's a lot of them. They're a lot
Yeah.
of fun. Like I saw like it was like a pint of ice cream, but it was Marlboro. It was like Marlboro ice cream.
No.
I can get down with that.
Yeah. You could get down with that. Just
It's just that sounds like just
Gross.
a frozen ashtray.
yeah.
Yeah.
don't
Nothing
like
excites me more than old cigarette commercials. Can we watch an old
Yes.
cigarette commercial?
Yes.
They're just it's
You have one in particular you're thinking of, or should I search it?
I think there's a Marlboro one that's great. It's just this guy.
Any of the cowboy ones are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that guy didn't even smoke. The Marlboro
didn't?
man. He didn't. Let's just pick one. It doesn't matter. They're all great. There's one like that one. There's a doctor recommending you a cigarette. Like, yeah. Let's do this one. A doctor recommended cigarette. I love that.
You know, if you were to
Just the voices in the back in the day too, before Marlon Brando came along. Look at this. If this doesn't make you smoke, I don't know what will.
You know, if you were to follow a busy doctor as he makes his daily round of calls, you'd find yourself having a mighty busy time keeping up with him.
Yes.
Time out for many men of medicine usually means just long enough to enjoy a cigarette. And because they know what a pleasure it is to smoke a mild, good-tasting cigarette, they're particular about the brand they choose. In a repeated national survey, doctors in all branches of medicine, doctors in all parts of the country were asked, "What cigarette do you smoke, doctor?" Once again, the brand named most was Camel. Yes, according to this repeated nationwide survey, more doctors smoke Camels than any other cigarette. Why not change to Camels for the next 30 days and see what a
Oh, look at
difference
her.
it makes in your smoking enjoyment? See how Camels agree with your throat. See how mild and good tasting a cigarette can be.
That's a classy broad right
I'd
there.
like to see what she looked like now. She's like, those cigarette commercials really did me in.
Check those cigarette commercials.
Oh, man. That's a great time. This country went down when they banned cigarette commercials. That's actually a
Are
real
they
thing.
actually like legit banned?
Oh, yeah, it's illegal.
Oh.
If you go to another country and buy cigarettes, it's like there's the whole packaging is like built for you to not smoke cigarettes. Like I went to Canada and you know, we bought some and it's not like a normal pack where you flip it open. It's like a box like this so you can't keep it in your pocket.
I'll pull that up too.
Yeah.
Really?
So I was in Mexico and there was pictures of like mouth cancer on
That
it.
too. Yeah. Like babies who fucking can't breathe or whatever. And it's like a box like this, so you can't put it in your pocket. Then you open it up, and then there's two separate tinfoil packages faced two different ways. It's like they make it you pull the cigarette out, and it says on the filter, "Smoking kills" or "Smoking causes cancer" or something. Yeah, something along these lines. Even that is like a little normal. These ones were fucking so out of hand. Yeah, it's like there's a guy with his throat in his lap. It's crazy. Yeah. And it's funny because other countries, they smoke so much more than they do here. Yeah, we can't really see.
You gotta feel bad for the guy who has to dispense those and sit right next to those pictures all day long.
Right.
Because you know he's probably not. You never know if they are or aren't like a smoker. You know.
Yeah. You're just confronted with it every day. Yeah, look at these fucking things.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Because I used to work at Walgreens for like 5 years, and I used to have to like give people their cigarettes, and I never used to know what I didn't know what the inside of a cigarette box looked like for like, well, I mean like, I'd never even opened up a cigarette box until
Right.
like recently for like prop reasons. Like I'd never opened one up myself, and I was like, I would have hated to have just like sat next to that
Right.
for 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. You know what I mean? Like,
And you live in Mexico? Ugh.
oh my God.
Yeah. It's probably better to not smoke
To not smoke.
as I smoke this whole time. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Apparently, electronic smoke is better.
Electronic smoke.
Yeah. Amir was like, he said one of the funniest things because when these things start to die, they taste like nickels, like they taste like metal. And he's like,
Is the coil?
He's like, mine tastes like technology.
Technology.
I thought it was hilarious. So, being someone that's classically trained in singing and an actor as well, what made you want to do stand-up?
I had been, when I moved to New York, I moved here to do theater originally. And I had been going to all the auditions, doing the normal grind of just moving to New York and trying to do the acting thing. I'd been doing auditions, doing the regular thing. And while I had been here, I was also writing jokes because I don't know, I just kind of was writing jokes for like 6 months, not really thinking that it would go anywhere. And then one day my grandma called me and I had told her that I got cast in a project, and she had asked me if I was keeping my clothes on set. And I was like, Grandma, yes, I have trained my whole life to do this. Not only that, but you're the one who bought me my first voice lesson.
Right.
Like,
So if I am taking my clothes off, it's your fault, Grandma.
yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. But I was just like, I found myself that day. I was just like, oh, I'm like, I was just really kind of upset by that. And I was just like, I can't believe this. And so I had heard about some comedy open mics from a sandwich establishment. Shout out Joey Rose's.
Joey Roses.
Yeah. And so I went to an open mic at what was previously Old Man Hustle, and I told the joke about how I think my grandma thinks that I moved here to do porn,
Right.
and it's been history ever since that.
Which might be
caught the
better than
bug.
stand-up.
Huh?
I said, which might be better than stand.
I know, I could have been the next Hawk Tuah girl. What can I
Hey.
say? But
When's
I'm
she
here
gonna
now.
start her OnlyFans?
What?
She's got to be close to starting OnlyFans, right?
She just started a podcast.
Yeah, talk to her.
Talk to her.
I saw a
We
video.
shouldn't say it. It'll go on the algorithm.
I saw a video of her being like, "I don't want to be known as just the Hawk Tuah girl." It's like, well,
A little late for that. Bitch.
yeah. Be happy you got the pop and ride it out.
She's. Well, yeah.
So in terms of like,
Wow.
in terms of like vulnerability and performing, I don't know that there are people more vulnerable than comedians. I mean, you perform in a bunch of different ways, so you would be able to, either agree with or not.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I feel like we're definitely the only ones that can take literally our everyday life and be able to just laugh at it in any way. But we're not just doing that. We're sharing it with a whole room of strangers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And you
it's-
need them there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like we're just like writing it, because not only are we just writing it down, we're telling it to everybody. It's not like we're just writing it down for other people to perform it. It's just
Right.
yeah. It's really intimate, and we're very vulnerable in our art. It's a lot. Yeah. It's very
Yeah.
personal.
And you're the only one up there,
Mm-hmm.
which is, for some people a complete nightmare.
Yeah.
Right? Like if it goes like, if you're doing a play and something goes wrong and it wasn't you, you're like, fucking Jim on the dance routine fucked it all up,
Right.
Whereas stand up, you got no excuse. It's only you, which is terrifying for a lot of people. But you said being able to like laugh at your I mean, that's such a important skill. Even if you're not a comedian, like to be able to make fun of shit.
Yeah.
It's like selling in the sense that if you're not a salesman, you still need to be able to sell in your everyday life. Where it's like if you're not a comedian, you still kind of need to be able to laugh at shit. Like nothing's more annoying than somebody that's always, oh, don't make that. Like this is crazy. All right, I was at work yesterday. Well, for people listening on Monday, and I was bartending, and there was this couple that came from Sacramento, and we were talking about stand-up. I told them I did stand-up and stuff, and they were so candid about the stand-up that they like, and just very, it was filthy, but they were
Okay.
very open about it, and like there's this Ricky Gervais joke, and Ricky Gervais is obviously very controversial, and he has a joke about his daughter, and he's like, yeah, my daughter came, my daughter came up to me, and she was at the park, and she said, yeah, I had a lot of fun until the man came. And he's like, what are you talking about? And she's like, yeah, this guy, he came and he touched me and whatever, and he's like listen, honey, you need to tell me exactly what this guy did to you. Don't feel bad, you just have to tell me. And she's like, I can't remember. And he's like, well, make something up.
And the lady did that in front of me. I was like, holy shit. Like, just it was like a middle-aged couple, and this lady's like, nah, doing the jerk-off fucking pantomime. I was like, Jesus Christ.
Who is this woman? Who is she?
Yeah. But it was very refreshing. Because maybe you experience this too. We get used to talking to comedians and people like comedians who have zero pretense.
Right.
Like, we can kind of say anything to each other.
Mm-hmm.
And you forget when you're around normal people and you make a joke and they're like, what the fuck did you just say? Has that ever happened to you?
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Yeah. It's just like, I don't know. It's more so like that I'll be around other like normal people and I won't know when I can joke. I guess. I don't know.
Right.
Cause like I was at that performance last night, and I wanted to joke about stuff and make jokes, and I didn't quite know how to like interject, cause like I was eating I eat McDonald's way too often.
Yes, we'll talk about this.
It's okay. We don't have to talk about it too much. But I was eating McDonald's yesterday, as I do, but I went to a different location.
Oh shit.
Which is key. Yeah, I went to. I shouldn't disclose which location actually. But I went to a new location, and when I was there, I was just like eating my McChicken, and I had my earbuds in, and across from me was like a guy in a suit, and he was like talking with another woman in a suit, and then all of a sudden like the woman left and I could hear them talking. They're like, oh well, it's so great that we're gonna give her this promotion. And I was like, oh cool, this chick's gonna get a promotion. All of a sudden they bring a woman, like a worker, to this like booth or whatever. All of a sudden the guy's like, I'm sure you know why you're here. And I'm just sitting here eating my chicken. I'm like, this is awkward. And he's like, there have been complaints from HR. And I'm like, we're in the middle of the dining room right now. Fuck. There are people all around. This guy's just like openly like firing this chick in McDonald's. And I'm like, she just like made all of our food. Like,
yeah.
How?
You got her last McChicken.
Yeah. I'm like, this is crazy. McDonald's is cutthroat now, dude.
Yeah. They get paid a lot, the managers. Man, I mean, I guess you kind of have to, right?
Yeah. They got good benefits. Like, they do have, like, that tuition reimbursement thing.
Didn't they have a college at one point? Wasn't there, like, a McDonald's university? Or am I making that up?
No, I think they have something like that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What do you learn there? What could possibly... Like, is it a real college, or are you just learning about McDonald's?
I don't know. But I wanted to talk about this thing that I experienced and try to like riff on it with people at this thing, and then I realized I was like, I can't riff on this with the people at this performance because they will get far too depressed.
Yeah.
And I was like,
I just watched a single mother get fired.
Yeah.
What do you guys think of that?
McDonald's University is for their employees. It's not like you can't just enroll.
Oh, you can't just get a...
So like if you're a manager at McDonald's, you go to Hamburger University. You learn how to, go up in the ranks.
You're like, Mom, I'm finally getting that degree. I'm not some bum like you thought I was.
I'm gonna
it's like a
major
leadership
in
class.
Yeah.
Minor in that.
Minor in McNuggets. McNugget minor? I can get down with that.
McNugget minor.
That sounds like a problematic phrase. That just sounds like two words for a minor.
Speaking of minors, What's up with Pete? Diddy?
What's up? What's the deal? I don't know.
He got
just
arrested,
Bring the
right?
mic closer again.
So he got arrested, right?
Yeah, finally. And they said he had 1,000 bottles of baby oil.
Are you
In his
are you
house.
serious?
Yeah. My buddy sent me the like the whatever they call it, the words.
The warrant?
No, not the word. I don't know, the write up of the whole thing. Let me see if I can find it. He sent it just today.
You can airdrop it to me.
It's, I mean, what does he call him? Freak something? I'll just read it. Let me see. So it starts with workers in combs to and from freak offs. Freak offs are what they call the parties.
Okay.
Resupplying combs with requested supplies, delivering large sums of cash to combs to pay the commercial sex workers, and scheduling the delivery of IV fluids. Well, at least he doesn't want people to get hangovers.
That's what it's for.
I mean, I guess.
In or about March 2024, during searches of Combs' residencies in Miami, Florida, and Los Angeles, California, law enforcement seized various freak-off supplies, including narcotics and more than 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricants. Imagine you go into Diddy's like bathroom and you know you go through people's medicine cabinets. You gotta, and it's just like baby
Just
oil.
Baby oil.
How much space do you think that takes?
Baby
Up?
oil.
1,000.
1,000 bottles of baby.
That's like a closet's worth.
I think that's like a
It's like
huge
a
like
basement oil.
room worth.
That could be.
It's
You
a
could fill
basement
this
worth of oil.
room.
Basement's worth of oil. I cannot speak. Yeah, that's too much.
You just get a pallet of it. Yeah, just drop it off. That's fucking wild. Literally fucking wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, they finally got him. He, I think he was. I don't know if he was there the whole time, but word was that he went to Cape Verde because they can't extradite him from there.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought they had arrested him in Manhattan.
Yes, because he came back
Oh.
for one reason or another.
Okay.
I don't know what made him think he could
He's
come back.
running low on baby oil.
Yeah.
My supplier's back in Manhattan.
He should have just gotten the drum.
The drum?
You
What is
don't
the
know
drum?
the drum?
What's
You mean like a drum of baby oil?
Do you know like Amazon will air they'll air like
They'll send a drone.
I believe it is via drone, yes. Well, I don't know. From what I understand, you can order it and they'll like ship it to you via air.
A drum of baby oil.
Or maybe it's via I don't know. It's on Amazon.
Can we
You
find that?
it.
All right, I have to
Just
look
look
it
up
up
drum
now.
of lube.
Drum of lube.
Oh, is it baby oil and lube? I mean, they're essentially the same thing, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
well,
assuming he's using it for the.
don't rub a baby down in lube.
Don't rub your kid down in lube, people. That's if there's one thing you've learned from this episode.
Yeah,
Is that it?
I think the first one's. Well,
This one's definitely for sex. This one's WD-40.
Oh my god. Hey, that's your thing. You could get
This
that.
is actual oil.
Whoa. Holy fuck. Who needs that? It's for building bombs. Like, who needs all that?
But this is $2,000 worth.
but look
of
at their
sex
delivery
lube.
options.
Oh man, how much is in it? Does it say how much? How big that thing is? Oh man,
55 gallons.
Because I don't think some guy's just gonna drop that off.
Right.
Like, you know,
I don't think there's a drone that could possibly fly that either, though.
just imagine like a little.
You see that thing flying around? That's fantastic. Mid-sap. Interesting.
That is definitely not just for.
That's a lot of lube.
I'm trying to find like a weight or something
how much does 55 gallons weigh?
of water. It would be like each gallon's 8 pounds.
Oh, shit. Yeah, but this is lube, huh?
Lube, but it's 446 pounds of lube.
Holy fuck.
All right, we got to read reviews though, right?
I don't reviews.
We got this lube, and it's been... I'm able to sleep in the
Fucking drum.
No, like one of them was like I got it because I wanted to be a snail and I wanted to like slink around my apartment. That was one of the ones I saw it last time.
It's just a slug.
Yeah. Or it was like I wanted to see how the penguins glided or something like that.
Oh,
like,
man. I guess that makes sense. with all the content that you can make with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Family friendly content, by the way. I mean, I guess both. but-
I mean, this is a family-friendly pod.
Yeah, of course. This is people listening to this, dropping their kids off to school.
What are all the family-friendly things you think you could do with that lube thing? I'm just thinking.
A craft you can make.
Slip and slide.
There
Slip
you
and
go.
Oh, that would take slip and slide to like.
You'd be sliding on the grass. You wouldn't even need the slide.
That
You could
would-
make goo or slime. That's like a thing.
probably.
People like making slime.
Probably. That would. Yeah.
You could go to church.
Do you think you could like wax
Go
your
to church. Yeah, just lube your whole body up and go to church.
We're the Lubins.
I feel like I could make the metro go way faster, right?
Yeah, right? Just douse it with.
Douse the whole
Get
thing
to
with
work
lube.
faster, yeah.
We've shaved off time since we've.
Started lubing our trains.
Exactly.
That's nuts. They also have the porn genre, right? The new, what is it, Nuru massage,
What?
where they're completely covered, head to toe in lube.
That's probably what they use. They
Yeah.
probably
Pull
like,
it up.
get in the thing.
Don't pull that up.
Things are gonna get wacky if we pull that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's too much. That's definitely too much. But there's a lot of things that they sell too much of. Like, have you seen like you could get a 5-pound tub of Nutella,
Yeah.
which is nice.
I didn't know that, but I'm just saying yeah because I'm imagining it and that's
I mean,
beautiful.
people bake with Nutella, so that's not that crazy.
Right? Yeah.
Ooh.
If you're like baking with it.
That's
this-
beautiful.
This one kid, when I was in high school, won the state tournament in wrestling, and immediately after his match, his mom gave him like a 5-pound tub of Nutella, and he just started housing it. You earned it, Sab.
See, like, I go through phases where I, like, understand how people can just, like, eat Nutella like that. Because I'm like, I'll be like, oh, I really want chocolate. But then there'll be times where I'm like, how can people just do that?
Yeah,
And I'm like, I don't know. It's crazy.
I grew up on Nutella.
Really?
I remember in high school, it started popping off. Like everyone, social media, Nutella, and everything. I'm like, my grandmother used to give me that shit on toast. You know.
My mom grew up, well, my mom was a Hershey kid because she was from Pennsylvania.
Mm.
So, like, I don't know. We didn't really have a lot of Nutella in the house, but we did have, I don't know,
Hershey syrup.
Hershey
For
syrup.
chocolate milk.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess, yeah. We did have a lot of Hershey syrup, yeah.
Yeah.
But, like, we also had, like, we would have, like, a lot of fires and stuff growing up, so, like, a lot of s'mores and stuff. But we wouldn't have, like, Nutella.
Right. That sounds like a good idea. A Nutella s'more.
That does sound really good.
I can get down with that.
But then you have to spread it every time.
Right.
You know? Because then there's already just, like, the brick of chocolate if you use the...
Right. It's
kind of
logistically.
clean. Unless it's already, like, melted, then it's just convenient.
Right. Yeah. Fuck, I haven't had s'mores. That's like
When I went camping a few weeks ago, I literally, like, in silence, ate 16 s'mores.
Just quietly.
Fuck yeah.
Back turned to everybody.
And my friend was like, how many s'mores have you had? And I was like, 16. He's like, seriously? I'm like, at least 12.
You kept count. That's like a sleeve of graham crackers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the best. I also like, we had those, are they whoopie pot? No.
Whoopie pies?
Is that what, I can't-
Like a big Oreo, but it's like cake.
Not a whoopie pie then. It was, we had these things, where you could make your own, like, little pies. They were kind of like, essentially like your own, like, Uncrustables. But you would take, like, 2 pieces of bread, you'd butter the bread, you put them on both sides, and then you would, like, have, like, you put, like, maybe apple pie filling or, like, whatever kind of pie filling you'd want, you'd put it on the one side.
Oh,
and
it's
then
like
you put
those
the bread
metal
together.
things, and you put it like in the fire.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
had those.
That's nice.
Those were lit.
That's like a Cracker Barrel purchase. You see one of those at Cracker Barrel?
Yeah.
Have you been to Cracker Barrel?
Um,
I fucking
when
love
I was, like,
Cracker
really,
Barrel.
really little. But,
Yeah.
yeah, we get those, like, from the camping stores. Yeah, we get like the really big ones. Yeah.
I love a fire. Sitting around a fire.
Yeah.
It's so nice.
We should set something on fire.
Yeah. Fuck this. Let's set a couch on fire. I remember this one time someone did that in our high school parking lot. Someone just set a couch on fire and just left it.
Oh God. Yeah, fire's fun. No.
Yeah.
No.
Anyway,
No.
before we commit arson, you also, to add to your repertoire, you also do improv.
Yeah.
How do you like that?
I like it a lot. It's really fun. It's just really, it's very difficult to do. You know?
It seems it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's just a lot of taking suggestions in the moment and just running with it.
Right.
And yeah, it's a lot of yes and.
That's the
and
whole thing,
just
right?
running with it. Yeah.
Yes, and.
Yeah, we had a show this last week, and we had this one guy in the audience. He kept giving us some interesting, really adult suggestions, which was interesting. And I mean, like, those are kind of, the moments where you just have to keep like rolling with the show. But it's like, yeah, it's like stand up, when you get hecklers.
You got to
So-
find a way to calm them down
Exactly.
and make it funny.
Yeah, exactly. We had but yeah, one thing that was like an interesting moment from the show that we had was there was 4 of us on stage, and we were playing this one exercise called World's Worst, where we all stand at the back of the stage and we're given an occupation, and each of us comes up one by one, and we all have to act out like if we're said like world's worst pizza delivery man, then we'd all be we all come up and we act out being like the world's worst pizza delivery man, you
Right.
know? And one of the things we were given was world's worst fluffer. Yeah. And it was me. I was the only female on the stage, and then it was me and then 3 other guys. And you could tell that most of the people on the stage didn't understand what a fluffer was. And my initial thing was I just went up there and I was just like, I don't want to do this. That was my action that I did.
I can't do
But
this.
the other guys were just you could tell they totally didn't know what a fluffer was.
Yeah.
And it was things like that. But that was the level of
Racy
suggestions.
material.
Yeah. That was probably the most
World's
racy
worst
thing we
fluffer.
were getting. Yeah.
For those that don't know what a fluffer is, it's a person that comes in before the porn shoot and gets the man ready.
Yeah.
We can call it.
I was about to do the gesture, but then I'm like,
World's worst fluffer.
yeah. Yeah.
It's just smacking it.
It's like,
Come on, come
You're
on.
ready, kid.
Yeah. Get in there.
Get in there.
Yeah.
You know you're ready.
yeah. Yeah, there was, yeah. one
Talk
guy
about
was-
an unsung hero.
Yeah. Oh my God, I heard that some people will bring in their best friends as fluffers for porn shoots. I heard
Wow.
that, and I was like, what a buddy.
Well,
that
yeah.
friend must be.
What a pal.
What a pal they must be. That's insane. But anyway, that's not my industry. But
I saw a video of Canelo Alvarez. He's a boxer,
Okay.
the best boxer around. And he was telling a story of one time he had to pee before a fight, but he was already he had gloves on, and he had his whole thing on and everything.
yeah.
And he needed to pee, and he's like, "Hey, coach, you gotta help me. I gotta pee." And he's like, "No, man, I don't. What do you mean?" And he's like, "Dude, I need to pee. You need to help me." So his coach fucking took his dick out of his pants and helped him pee.
Yeah.
And then he's like, "Well, now you know, I don't want to get it. I don't want to get it in my shorts. You gotta
you got to shake it. And he's like, come on, dude, really? And he's like, yeah, you got it. So it's like the same thing. It's like
Yeah.
your friend coming to help you out.
Yeah. Crazy.
But improv seems like a good exercise either way, because there are moments in stand-up where you do have to improvise.
Yeah.
Like it's
Absolutely.
not always going to go according to plan.
Yeah. And you're kind of taking suggestions from the audience in a way because you're observing what your audience wants and doesn't want in the moment and
Right.
stuff like that. So,
And Mark
Yeah.
Norman is so good at that. At the end of his shows where he just
Yeah.
asks, he's like, give me a topic. And someone's like, bananas. And he just has it, like he's so fast. He just has
Yeah.
something ready.
dang.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jeremiah Watkins, he has a show, Stand Up on the Spot, which is really good too. And that's all that they do is just take suggestions, and that's really good.
Yeah.
I love that show too.
Well, I love doing, I don't know if you've ever done mics where they have a riff bucket.
What's that?
Like, you can opt for the last minute of your set. You just pull, like, everyone before the mic puts topics in a bucket or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And you just pull out something. And for the last minute, you just fuck around and riff on it.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I've
fun.
done
I've done a couple of those.
Yeah. That would be something I'd be interested in. Faux show.
Yeah, yeah. Sometimes it's fun just going up there with nothing and just seeing what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be cool. Yeah. Give me a suggestion.
Yeah, right now.
Yeah.
One more thing before we finish.
Yeah.
You're also starting a podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah. The heck yeah.
Heck yeah, podcast. Yes.
And the format's fun. Like, you're going to be doing skits as well, which is great.
Yeah.
That's very unique, I think. That's the cool thing about podcasts. You can kind of just do whatever you want. Where'd you have the idea to do that? To have, like, a podcast but also skits?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I grew up watching SNL, and also I'm a big fan of the podcast format as well. And I've also met so many people just along my journey of, just learning to be a musician and learning to be an actor as well as a comedian, and just in my entertainment journey. I just honestly want to really collaborate with people. And when I was thinking about starting a podcast, I didn't really feel like it was quite enough to just talk with the people that I was going to be interviewing and stuff like that. So I really wanted to collaborate and get other people involved as well that I wasn't additionally like interviewing. So I just felt like it was a really good way to create with everybody.
Right.
And get everybody involved. And also, it's also a good learning opportunity for everybody too, people who haven't acted before, they can also get involved too. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just fun.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
just
yeah.
really, really fun. And it's a huge learning opportunity for myself as well, because I'm learning about, a lot of it's self-produced too. I have somebody helping me with editing now, but it's just a huge learning opportunity for myself. And
Well, I think the right way to do it, especially on the come up, is to collab with people who are like on the same level.
absolutely.
Because there's only so much like a big name can do for, like, if I had, I don't know, we already said his name, Mark Norman, on here, I might get a pop. I would for sure get a pop, but there's only so much that Mark Norman can do for me, him being a legitimate comedian, touring, whatever. Whereas having people I know on, it's like a collective kind of thing. Isabel blows up, I know Isabel, like that kind of thing. I think that's a helpful way to get through your process, whatever your process is,
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, let's put a bow on this fucking thing, yeah?
Sure.
Where can people find you, promote stuff, Instagram, whatever? Go. Bang.
Absolutely. Yeah. Follow me on Instagram at Isabel Vullings. And I'll see you soon.
Check out the
With
Heck Yeah podcast
Check out
soon.
the Heck Yeah podcast coming out soon.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, gang. We're done. We'll talk to you next week. Peace.